Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. We're putting on this back rear cowl. All right, let's start working on this thing because these things need to get put on. At least this rear cowl needs to get put on today. I'm still trying to figure out the other one, so this is what we'll do today. It's so far been really simple because I already don't have that big honking fender on here. All you had to do was just slip this right in. It just slips right in, and then it really just fits onto the OEM plastic. So you just push it all the way in until it's snug on there. And I'm just wondering if I should put something on it to make it so that it doesn't get scratched. But you know, that's for another day. And right now, what I want to do is get this installed and completed. So once I have the hole in there, I can go ahead and take it out later on, and then you know, figure out if there's something that I need to do with that back piece. But for right now, I think I'll leave it as is. And as you can see too, my little plug, I anticipated that, so that's why I kept it in the middle, so that's not going to be in the way. And if you're wondering why I don't close the cap there, it's because it's cold, and plastic doesn't do well in cold weather. It becomes brittle, and so I don't want that accidentally cracking, if you know what I mean. So I just leave it as is. Anyways, after I'm done with this, I'm going to plug it back in. All right, so the first step was to basically mock the install, put it exactly where I think it's supposed to go, and then close put the seat on top of it and make sure that that closes well. It actually does, so I don't have to do that anymore because I already did that. But all I've done so far is I really just taped it to where it's supposed to go. And then my plan is to drill a hole right there, obviously, on both sides, and then use that screw, and basically just that's it. It'll be installed. Now, the only thing that I may do differently later on is change that screw, and I'll show you why. So this is like a clip that'll slide down on the plastic, okay? And then you put the screw through it and it's mounted. But I don't know, I'm not sure how good this will be as far as staying tight. So I may change this over and not use this, or maybe I'll just drill this thing out. But maybe replace this with an actual button head, some kind of button head screw, but something I can put a nut into it so I can tighten it. Maybe even a shorter one as well, because that thing's pretty long, and that'll go in there pretty well. And I don't want it accidentally cutting anything or whatever, or cutting me. So if anything, I may change this part, but otherwise this is like a super easy install. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I push this thing as far forward as I could, and that everything looks like it's lined up with the OEM panel. So once I feel comfortable with that, and I think I'm in a good place right now, I'm going to drill a hole right here, and I'm going to use a 5/32 bit to drill. So again, here we go. That's all she wrote. Okay, now let's put this clip on. I'm going to use a screwdriver to spread it. There you go. I'm just going to line it up to that hole. take this tape off. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Went a little too far to the left. All right. There we go. So now let's use a screwdriver. All right. I didn't have that thing aligned perfectly, so it wasn't going in. It should go in now. There we go. Make sure that there's no wires back here. Okay. I don't like that sharp screw in there. Move this wire up here. So, all right. So that's one side done. How easy was that? All right. Here's the last side. Again, we're just going to make sure everything looks lined up, and I am just using the OEM plastic to line it up. So again, make sure there's nothing back here. All right, I think that's in a good place right there. All right, so here we go. Slow and steady. There you go. Okay. So now let's put on the clip. All right. So now move this thing out of the way. I don't know where I'm going to put this wiring, but it's not going to be behind this screw, that's for sure. All right. So the hardest part of this whole process is lining up that screw. So once you get it, it's not so bad. All right, so that's in there. The thing's installed that quickly. Again, it's the big ass screw that I don't want to accidentally puncture any of my wiring here. So let me give you, let me put the seat back on, and we'll give you a side shot. All right, there it is. It's installed. That easy. And like I said, the paint job on this thing is spot on. Spot on. That's it. Look at that, and the keyhole is perfect. Makes the bike look so much better, I think. I wish Honda would have just put this on here to begin with. Very nice, very nice. I'm thoroughly satisfied with this. There's nothing that is in the way, not catching on anything. I mean, if you want to, I guess you can put more screws or maybe double stick tape some of this stuff. I'm going to leave it as is for right now. And like I said, I may change that screw. I may put some double stick tape on this. I'm not sure. I I just don't want it to vibrate and potentially start cracking, if you know what I mean. So that's just some thoughts that I have going in my head. I'm always thinking, maybe too much. That's it. That is it. Again, this vendor, I'll put his or her company or the link to the eBay link that I got it from. And like I said, two weeks, and I'm in Maine. So from Taiwan to Maine, you know, that's like more than half the earth, I think, depending on which way they're going. But I think in the U.S., I'm probably at the furthest place for them to mail something to. So, I mean, 2 weeks is definitely doable for almost anybody in the U.S. And that's not bad for Taiwan. So, yeah, if you want a sea cowl, and especially if you have the SP model, this thing matches it to the T. Now, I don't have some kind of testing kit to make sure it's 100% perfect, but to the eye, it looks perfect. Looks perfect. Right, so that's it for me. Thank you so much for viewing this and for sticking around. I still have the front one to do, so we'll do that in the next video. But yeah, other than that, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comment below. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down, obviously, if you didn't. Hopefully not. But there it is. You know, I thought this was a gamble, and I think the gamble paid off. All right, guys. Thanks again for hanging out. I appreciate it. You guys take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Be good. We'll see you the next time. This is WillNate35 signing out. And this is Rick. Peace!